on current events, things of that nature. And today I want to hear a little bit from something going on Elbert Theatre wise. So I'm not sure who I should go to first or how we should do it. But I will say in studio, other than Miss Tony King, we'll be hearing from director of this particular play is Mr. David Bennett. How you doing this morning, Dave?
Doing good, doing good. Good morning, everybody.
All right. Always good to talk to a fellow Dave. Of course, he did teach me years ago.
Dating me now.
Yeah, a while back he did. He taught me a little bit of art back in the day, and also Mr. Gunnar Hartley. How you doing, Gunnar?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, doing good. Now, just for a little preface for folks, like I said, he's directed the particular play we're talking about. It's all surrounding the particular one it's called Who's on First? Who's on first? And what are you doing in the play, Gunnar?
I am the assistant director, and I also designed the poster.
Okay, all right. So you assist Mr. Bennett.
Yes, he does. I'll answer that for you. Yes, he does.
All right. Well, cool. Now, folks, y'all and it's like you said, you did the poster, so you did the smart thing there when we were talking about off air, joking a little bit. Is that obviously when you hear that, who's on first? Abbott Costello comes to mind.
Yeah.
People that may have not heard about this yet, listening, might go, so they're doing Abbott Costello. No, they're not. And I just wanted to kind of like hit on this to kind of let folks know when we get into the meat of the show, which will be here in just a couple minutes, and we're going to talk more about it and tell about exactly what this is. But we got y'all in the studio, and I thank y'all for dropping by right quick.
Thank you for inviting us this morning.
Thank y'all for coming in. It is the extra hour where we like to kind of zone in and focus on more about what's going on in the community today, talking about who's on first with director of the play, Mr. David Bennett, and of course, assistant director, as I just learned there, Mr. Gunnar Hartley. So we're hearing from them and talking more here, but we'll take us a break right quick and come back with more right after this. You're sitting on the edge of your seats. What is the deal with this play? What we got? Well, for reminding you, if you're just tuning in studio here during the extra hour today, we got director of a play we're going to be talking about here. It's Who's on First? That's
Yes.
Mr. David Bennett in here
Good
with
morning.
us. And good morning to Mr. Bennett. And also, it's David Bennett, but I call him like I did when he taught.
It's the same way with me.
You do the same
he was
thing?
my teacher for 3 years. I can't call him David.
Well, there you go, man. Same thing. Like,
A lot.
like who was it? David Ward. I think it's because he did stuff here with the radio station. But Mr. Ward, they refer to him. He called him Wayne. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do it. It's just strange. But anyways, and also Gunnar Hartley, as you heard there. So Gunnar being the assistant director. So how y'all doing this morning?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Yeah.
It's definitely an experience.
Definitely an experience waking up. Oh yeah, we got something to do today.
That's right.
Something very important to do today.
Good thing for reminders.
As far as informing the public, which is a lot of what we do up here, for folks that are going, all right, so what's this play all about? Now, however you want to do it, whoever wants to take the question, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, Who's on First has nothing to do with Abbott and Costello or baseball, as a matter of far as that, sir. Let's see, the general gist of the play, without trying to give away too much, because we don't want to give away anything.
Which is really kind of hard to do if you think about it.
It's really hard. This is a general gist would be a husband has a suspicion of his wife having an affair on him when she is taking magic lessons, and they're having a party which the magician has been invited to, and the husband is all out on getting vengeance on the man having an affair with his wife, that he thinks is having an affair with his wife. And they live through, but there's a lot of gunshots in this play, a lot of flashing lights. So word of warning on those two things. The gunshots are deafening. Or
They have been far louder.
Yeah, they have been far louder, that's for sure. But yeah, there's no blood, no guts, no grocery, grossness or anything. Grocery.
Groceries.
Groceries. But there are some fruit. There is some fruit on stage. But besides that, it's hard to say anything else, Gunnar.
It's like what he said. This show, you can't. I mean, we can tell you there's gunshots in it. I'm not going to necessarily say how that actually happens, but because part of the watching the show, part of it is like, okay, well, there's gunshots. How is this going to be incorporated? But without giving too much away, you really just the gist of it is it's a man who wants revenge, seeking revenge on somebody who he thinks is having an affair. A younger man having an affair with his wife, but in the end, it just turns out to be completely innocent. It's just.
So you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of twist in this.
Basically.
So without giving away too much, I was going to ask. I was like, so he just thinks exactly. So it's just he suspects at this moment. From a special effects kind kind of coming out of that side question, how do you do a gunshot? Can you reveal that to me?
With a gun.
I mean, how they used to do it back in the day? Did they just clap, like blocks together?
No, these days, in fact, for this play, we actually ordered 2 new guns for the theater, and they are blank firing guns. They 22 caliber, 6mm blank caps.
Wow, it's a real deal.
So it's a real deal, and it's a heavy gun. And
it's a nice little pop, but it's not deafening.
Yeah, it's not as loud as a normal 22.
Plus the smoke coming out of the barrel is really cool.
Yeah, and a lot of flash and everything. So, and it took a little bit for the actors and actresses to get used to using the gun, because it weighs like a heavy gun, and some of them hadn't shot a gun, and so it was interesting watching them learn taking them through some ground rules on firing a gun on stage.
So we will see some vengeance exacted, or at least attempted.
Just a little bit.
We'll see some attempted, because I thought it wasn't just going to be one guy with a gun. We got multiple people with that. So pretty cool. So again, talking with David Bennett, director of Who's On First, it's upcoming now, and also of course Gunnar Hartley, assistant director. Now when it comes to specifics, as far as like we're talking a little bit about the storyline, and I know we can't get too much into that without giving it away, so I'll kind of steer away from that. When it comes to when people can be expecting to check out this play.
Well, opening night is July 18th, and we will run that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 18th, 19th, and 20th of July. And then the second group of showings will be the July 27th, 28th, and 29th. Friday and Saturday shows are 7:30 shows, and Sunday matinees are 2:30 to 30 shows. We also have some dinner and shows coming up for the Saturday shows, July 19th and July 26th. There's a 5:30 happy hour that'll be happening, along with a 6 o'clock dinner, and the menus are available at the. I'm not positive where the menus are available. Actually, we're bringing Tony King on that part and everything, but and these are for the two shows for dinners and movies. Is there anything else on that Tony King that we might want to add in?
I would think obviously you want to know there's the Elbert Theatre box office where you can get tickets, right? So you can go about it that way. What other ways? I mean, you can always call the theater, yeah?
Call the theater, go online. You can order tickets as well as calling the box office or City Hall. Either way.
Now, it'd be maybe might be inappropriate to ask on there. Is there any kind of way we can do some ticket giveaway kind of deal with the radio? Can we do that? All right.
Yes.
And we don't necessarily have to do it today, but perhaps next week or something. Because of course, leading up to the show, because you'll have your first one next Friday, right?
Yes.
So
2 weeks in.
You believe that? Right.
Wow.
This is something we were talking about earlier in the show. Is that with this, we're the All-Star break in baseball and everything. We're at the midpoint of the year. It's crazy looking back at it.
Strange. Yeah, actors, you hear that out there. We're down to 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to say, because we got Zach Gerald coming in today, so this will be the first time we have actually someone other than us watching the show and give them some feedback.
Okay.
So it's crunch time.
All right.
This is the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, that would lead me to maybe want to ask, how long has this? How should I put it? I guess planning for this particular play and everything. How far has this been going on? How long has this been going on?
Planning. It's been a good while. Tony had asked if I wanted to direct a show last year. And I told her yes, I'd like to do another one and all. And she handed me a stack of scripts, and I started going through the stack of scripts. And my first pick, I got a call the next day and said, take that script out. It's already been chosen. So I had to go to another choice here. That's Harvey. Harvey has been directed later this year by Bob Larson, and that's going to be another really good show. But this one was in the stack, and I saw it and read it, and my first thought was, Abbott and Costello, let's see what this is. And started reading and said, okay, this has nothing to do with Abbott and Costello, but it's still
a lot lengthier, huh?
A lot lengthier, and it's just hilarious.